match number 5, our main event of the evening, would see another title match as the BHW heavyweight title would be put on the line as William H.A. Moore would challenge the champion Razor. It was an even exchange to start. WHAM, being the more technical, one of the best technical wrestlers in the game, and Razor using his size advantage to overpower WHAM with a knee to the face. He'd then hit a big side slam for an early 2 count, and WHAM would start to focus on the arm. Razor would headbutt WHAM, and the fight would head to the outside. At this point, Razor would hit some brutal chops, but WHAM would respond with some chops of his own, then go for the eye gouge. He'd then hit a suplex on the bigger opponent for a 2 count, and WHAM would lock in the bow and arrow, but Razor would manage to counter it for a 2 count of his own. WHAM would then hit the Orton-style DDT, hit some running knees for another 2 count, and at this point he would absolutely flip out, wondering why he hadn't picked up the pinfall. He'd looked to lock in a submission on the injured arm, but this would only serve to fire Razor up, and he'd hit a spine buster, vicious spine buster for a 2 count of his own, and WHAM would go back to the eyes. He'd lock in another submission, but Razor again would manage to roll through and pick up the pinfall victory, much to the dismay of WHAM. WHAM would then start to beat down after the match, using the belt to his advantage. At this point, Buff would get involved. Jay Morgans would come out. You'd see Buff would challenge Morgan to a hardcore rubber chicken match in March, and then you'd see WHAM and Jay Morgan get challenged to a tag team match against Buff and Razor on the 7th of February. This one, absolutely loved this one. Great way to finish. Obviously was setting up for the next event, but these two absolutely went at it. I love me some WHAM. He as I say, he's one of the best technical wrestlers that I get to see, and I do love seeing him in action, seeing him perform, love seeing, you know, all the various maneuvers that he's got, and he does have a surprising amount of power as well, and he held his own in this one. It was unlucky, you know, obviously a roll through from a submission maneuver. I reckon if he'd have managed to get that submission maneuver locked in properly, he probably would have come away with the title. Now Razor, love me some Razor, what a big brutish beast he is, but he certainly knows how to go in that ring, always epically entertaining, and you know, he held his own against a very difficult opponent for his title, managing to retain. And you know, that's all you got to do. That's all you got to do as the champion, just come away with the W. Anyway, as per normal, if you ever get a chance to see either of these two fantastic, phenomenal talents in action, I thoroughly recommend you do so for yourselves.